trained partner.
Call the meeting to order. Have a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have a roll call, Mary.
Chairperson Bennett is absent.
Mary, would you pull that mic closer to you, please? Thank you.
Chair Bennett is absent. Vice Chair Windley.
Here.
Commissioner Avila. Here. Commissioner Traxler.
Here.
Commissioner Plamondon.
Here. Okay, have a motion for approval of the agenda. So moved. Second. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So carried. This time we have public comment. Is there any person who wishes to address the commission at this time? Okay, we'll move on to the action items on the agenda. Number one, Ed Hughes Arena. Is that, John, is that for public comment? Is that what we?
Yes, as you recall at the last meeting where we had the transposed numbers, there were people here who wanted to talk about the arena. So when we redid the agenda, we added that on there so to give people the opportunity to comment.
Okay, with that public comment on the Hughes Arena at this time?
Hi, my name is Jessica Mosbaum. I'm a resident of Fiddletown, not an Ione resident. I use the arena on a public basis. I ride my own horses there. I ride with my friends there. It's a public arena. I've had some problems with the manager, Allison, and I'm simply asking to be able to ride in the public arena. I'm a show event organizer. I was in 2 contracts with Allison to hold clinics there to provide some income, especially in a time when no events are being held at the arena, and ran into some problems with that. I will take my events elsewhere. There are many arenas in the area I'm using now. I put on about, next year I'm scheduled to put on 24 shows a year, 12 clinics, and I'll take those elsewhere. But I would like to be able to ride at the arena without being harassed. So that's my issue. I'm not the only one who's been harassed there. I think there may be some people on the phone right now who have also had problems at the arena. But I'm simply asking for peace at the arena.
Okay. Any further, ma'am?
No.
Okay. Any further discussion?
Are there others who wish
Well, no,
to
I've
speak?
got but one. Anybody else want to speak on the arena? Is anybody here at this time?
Hi, my name is Dawn Machado. I am California. I wanted to commend Allison for the great job that she's been doing with that arena. I have been going to that arena for about 17 years. I actually used to board my horses at the facilities in the back. I have seen that arena go through many hands, through many caretakers. I have seen the footing be everything from hard pan that you could put a basketball on to boulders. And without a hook, you have no horse. It's a true statement. And the impact that it has on your horse's legs, their feet, their well-being, when you don't have a good conditioned and groomed arena, it's literally life and death. And I just wanted to take the time and commend her for the great job that she's been doing there. Anytime I've gone there, the arena has been in great condition. I've never had any problems. I show up, I pay, I ride, I respect the rules of others, I clean up my mess when I leave, and all is good. So I just wanted to take the time to publicly thank her for the job that she's been doing.
Thank you very much.
Could I have your name again, please?
Dawn Machado, M-U-S-C-H-A-D-O. CHETTO.
Anybody else like to adjust? Mr. Gold?
How are you guys doing today? I'm Jeff Gold from Ione. You know, I heard there was going to be a discussion about the arena this evening. And as you guys, some of you know, I got a lot of time and energy invested into the improvements that have been made. I'd love to see more improvements made out there at the arena. But the improvements that have taken place, I went out the other day, and I believe she's doing a fantastic job at the arena. And the improvement, a little change to the roping boxes. So now you got Walt Rodman, one of the greatest team ropers of all time, coming up to use the arena again. And that was Allison's doing. And organizing the people to work on it was Allison's doing. The cleanliness out there, I can drive by about any day of the week and she's either got a rake or a shovel or she's on a tractor. I would assume, and I'm only assuming, I don't know, but it could be a personality conflict. I've never had no problems with her whatsoever. I find her to be, you know, exactly what we need out there. And, you know, it's simple as the good ground and the direction that it's going, the improvements that are getting done, and hopefully we can find some funding to finish improving a few things. You know, since I got 5 minutes, I want to see holding pins and permanent bucket sheets and some new bleachers. Add to what we got. And we'll get high school rodeo in there too. And we'll get the junior high kids. So we're going to catch all those age levels as they grow up and continue on. We got a great legacy here in Ione at that arena from some, you know, great top hands that have went on around the world and competed. And I just want to see it keep going. And demonstratively speaking, you can tell what we've done has improved to the number of people showing up to show their horses, ride their horses, get them roped, having events. The dog trials, I stopped and watched those the other day, fantastic. So I'm very impressed with what's going on out there. And I know from running a business myself, a training facility years ago, you don't always get along with everybody, but hopefully everybody can find some middle ground. But I sure want to keep her out there because she's doing a fine job.
Thanks, Jeff. Any further comment? Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Bill Thomas. I'm at 8,000 Sutter Ione Road, so I'm just outside the city, but I am a frequent and historic user of the arena, so I think I have little jurisdiction. I've seen, as others have, that this arena history over the recent 10 or 15 years has gone through about several phases. It went through a long period of neglect and limited use. Then Jeff, other people in the community did a lot of upgrades in the arena. They made it pretty much a first-class venue. Then James was there as a contract operative for a while. There were some upgrades that resulted during that time, and there were some shortcomings, and it fell kind of on a downgrade for a while. Under the present management with Allison, it's in the best condition and the most widely used in horse events that it has been in the last couple decades. The events are diverse, and I don't think we're at the end game of perfect management there yet, but we need to build on the present successes that we've had there under Allison. A few thoughts in that regard. The management there is really an agent of the city, and so it needs to serve all there because it reflects, of course, on the city. And this woman has made some points. I think they're able to be remedied. I would put the onus on Allison and her to find a way to do that, because there's always an opportunity to improve, and it reflects on this community. It's one of the most widely used forums that bring people into the community that we have. We need to work on these relationship issues. There's certainly some need for some business process upgrades. There needs to be contracts between your management and the users so that everybody understands the business side there. And there's room for improvement in that regard. The scheduling issues have arisen there as expected, where we have increased use. And you have to mix kind of three elements there: the reoccurring events, the single-use events, and the daily use. And that takes some coordination and takes some process so that none of those three user group factions feel that they've been disposited by the city and their agent. I know that the city isn't directly expert in running livestock arenas. That's caused some friction in the past, and that isn't to cast fault on both sides, but we're blending different thoughts there. There's room for upgrades on concessions, water facilities. So we're not at the end game yet, but this is a journey to upgrade this to what can be one of the premier horse livestock events in the wide, not just our area. A consideration that you might put in the back of your mind, because I'm sure you're tired of this forum being an issue in front of you over the years. But some places that are similar have kind of user advisory groups that can serve as kind of a liaison between city council managers and, the user community. There's certainly room for some of that, and it might eliminate some grousing that comes to your attention about the arena. It's a great facility. We need to make it, keep it, and continue to improve it so it is great and reflects very well on the city. Thank you much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to mention about the pay, because I've heard this all over town that she hadn't been paying. I'd like to clarify that the city let her not pay. I mean, this has been a rumor, been going around, her monthly fee or whatever it is, she hadn't been paying it.
Well, during the COVID, we stopped for 6 months.
I'd just like people to know that, yeah.
Because again, I mean, the facility was pretty much shut down in terms of, the stay-at-home orders. Little League, soccer, because they weren't playing, we also gave them a pass on paying.
Yes.
And that just seemed like the right thing to do.
Right, I agree with you, but I just wanted people to know about it, because it's been going around that they've been giving her free, and I think she's been doing a heck of a job. I've done a little work out there, but not much, not half as much as Mr. Gold.
I took a ride out there yesterday and today, and I was shocked that that place is so clean and neat. I've never seen it like that before.
Name? What's
Oh,
your name?
Andy Algalera, 279 Spring Creek.
Thank you.
And I was really surprised how neat it is. And I see that she's working over there on the horse barns. I see she's cleaning all that up, so she's probably first time I've ever seen it that neat. And I'm not lying, because I used to take my dog out there almost every day, but I haven't been out there in about 7 months, and I just took a ride out because I knew they were gonna have a meeting. And it just excited me to see how clean it was, so. And I don't think we'll get anybody else to keep it that clean, so, thank you.
Thanks, Andy.
Thank you.
Any further comments?
People on the phone?
Is anybody on the phone?
Do we have any callers on the line? It says City of Ione on 3 screens, so.
Yeah, if it's City of Ione, then,
But we do have one additional caller.
okay. No comment, then. Mary doesn't show if they're muted on the,
They are not muted.
okay.
So we have nobody on that for comment there?
No, it doesn't look like any additional comment.
Okay. I want to thank everybody for the comments. It's an issue, this is an issue that really Parks and Rec can, we'll advise, we'll talk to the city council, but this has to go through the city council eventually. It's because they're the ones that have the agreement with Allison. And John, do you have anything you want?
I was just gonna say, I mean, the Parks and Recs has been a part of the process through this. I mean, this committee did the interviews when we had a couple of people interested in providing services. Sheldon, I can't remember if you were on.
Yeah.
You were, okay. Yeah, so like I said, I mean, we did go through interview processes, and again, there is a provision in the agreement that does allow for looking at potential changes or modifications to the amendment to the contract. That was due, or the timeframe was September, but again, a lot of things got pushed back because of COVID and some other things that are being worked on, but it's an intention to sit down with Allison and kind of look at that agreement a little bit more and see what modifications may be needed. What recommendations for those modifications would come to the Parks Commission first to be vetted, and then a recommendation would then go to council.
Okay, thanks, John.
All right.
Can I ask a question here?
Sure.
Was it Mr. Thomas that brought up the question of an advisory group? Is there other arenas in the area that do have those? And if so, can we, talk to those people and find out what they're doing?
I can't direct you to any specific.
Off the top of your
but
mind.
I can find out
Great.
and put it back through your management.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Any further comment? Any council, any commission members? No?
Yeah, John, when do we expect to see any kind of changes, or, I mean, do you guys have a planned date?
We haven't sat down and talked yet, but I would hope to have something that would go before the committee probably in November.
Okay.
I think one suggestion is, the management agreement doesn't have her name, her LLC correct, as per her LLC filing with the state of California. It says J-Bolden West. It's J-R.
Okay.
So I think that our agreement should be change to have the exact name.
In cowboy stuff, that dash is a part.
Well, the state of California says it's JBAR. Yeah, but this is a contract. You should have the correct name.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, we'll close that subject and move on. Upcoming projects.
Yes, this is kind of give you an overview of some of the things that are currently being worked on. First off, if you haven't been out to Howard Park, the tennis courts are moving forward. I'm hoping to have that project done by the end of November. Depot Park, we are working on that one. Actually, I just met with Jay Kerfel today and received some of the plans for some of the the shelter structure. I'm still working on the Depot Park, the per capita grant that I hope to have done probably by the end of next week. And again, what we're looking at is, and kind of what I wanted to address this a little bit, as we start looking at that grant, trying to maximize the amount of dollars that we can utilize for the project. One of the things that I was going to recommend to the Parks Commission, but because we weren't able to have our meeting, I needed to move forward to City Council with a ordinance to add Depot Park to the Nexus study for the project. As part of looking at the Nexus study, there were line items geared towards Oregon Howard Park that personally looked a little excessive, and let me give you an example. In the Nexus study, they talked about building a bathroom and concession stand at Howard Park for $887,000.
I'll build it.
I firmly believe that that's a high number, and we can get a bathroom at Howard Park, at Depot Park, in that dollar figure, along with what's specifically planned for Howard Park. Other line items in terms of that I think we're able to use funding for Depot Park was the grading and landscaping. That was a large number. Lighting, plate structures, all of that. So that kind of gave us the opportunity that if we looked at the Depot Park as being basically 2/3 related to growth and 1/3 local funds, and we took the $177,000 as a local match, we'd be able to basically take that and get an additional, or I shouldn't say get, but we'd be able to leverage $300 and some thousand additional to that 177 for that park.
Okay, sounds good. Anything else they want to bring up?
I have a question. Time frame wise, you're, I hate to bring this up, you're running out of time.
True.
The next person that sits in your seat, he or she or it may move some other direction. I'd hate to see that happen.
Well, and again, that's why I'm working to get the grant submitted, working to get the ordinance put into place. I've been working with Jake, who's the primary volunteer in terms of getting the plans moved forward. So again, and even when I'm retired, I'm still around. Because of the COVID thing, there's not a cruise in my immediate future.
Darn.
So again, I'm going to be around to assist to help that project move forward, because I want to see it done too.
Okay, thank you. Anything further?
You mentioned that the construction proposes a bathroom and a snack bar?
Well, that's at Howard Park.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We'd just be looking at the bathroom at Depot Park.
Okay, yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Where was the snack bar supposed to be? There is a snack bar over there by the soccer fields now.
I'd have to go back and look at the
Just back
plan
in-
map.
back in
There's actually two. There's one by the baseball.
Yeah, there's one over there too. There's two all there already.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, that's just what's in the next, I haven't gone back and looked at where all these things were going to be. I just looked at the dollar amounts and went, you know, we can squeeze some money out for Depot Park on that one.
Yeah, because Rotary built the one
At the soccer field, was it
No, it's
baseball?
baseball
The
field.
Baseball. They're running baseball games over there, and they're not using the sack bar either, right now.
Any further discussion on any of those projects? Frisbee golf course cleanup.
That, Dan, I think you put that one on.
Yeah, I did. I don't know. I talked to a teenager on Sunday who actually went out and played the course. He found 15 holes, maybe.
Is that right?
And it's really tough to play there without a brush hook and maybe a snake hook because there's so much brush in there. He also mentioned that he didn't like the fact that the I don't even know what you call them, the holes, the catchers, were really different than what they're used to. You know, they're made out of old propane tanks
Okay.
rather than the way they're made at Kirkwood or the way they're made down in Sacramento or wherever they're playing. A lot of kids nowadays are going up to Kirkwood to play. They're driving all the way up the hill just to play Frisbee golf. And I know that the Amador has a Frisbee golf course, but you got to pay to get into that one.
And Commissioner, you may not know when you say they're constructed differently. Is it like a chain?
Well, they're changed, but he said they're well, that age group likes to see things that are same, and they like to see things that are new and maybe painted and nice. And I don't know if you played Frisbee golf lately, but it's not like it used to be. They have different kinds of Frisbees. They have drivers, they have hookers, they have left hook, right hook. They have all different kinds that they throw, not just a little plastic thing that throws down the road. So if we were to refurbish that place, it's going to have to be a major project to clear some of those trees out of the way so they can actually play
Okay.
with the new equipment that is out there now. It's a major change in the way Frisbee golf's done.
You said that he went out there and he located 15. I'm assuming he just went out and just kind of walked.
Yeah, he walked through and he was trying to play them.
Okay. I mean, I've seen it out there. I'm not that familiar with it, but I don't know how long it's been there is what I'm trying to say. And do we have like an existing map of where, at what point, where they were? So maybe we can get out there. I've actually talked to a friend of mine who ran the one at Lockwood Springs. A lot of golf courses are actually putting this in to try to subsidize their incomes. I mean, it didn't work out for Lockwood Springs, obviously, but no. But I'd actually talked to a friend of mine about potentially coming up here and looking at the course. He plays a lot of the courses.
Yeah, they're actually, they're there, so imagine if we can use them and refresh them and
Yeah,
open them
I'm
up.
just wondering, do we have any kind of map here at the city that would kind of help us locate the missing three?
I'd have to look. I don't know one off the top of my head.
Okay.
Now that I have some more time on my hands from getting through what I just went through this past year, I'll get out there and start looking for them. I did spot 5 or 6 of them just driving my Jeep down through the side roads.
There's a couple of them right there, pretty close to the skate park. I saw them.
Right there behind the cemetery.
Around the backside.
They start there and go always almost to the grade school. I know about where all of them are.
Okay.
But since they're there, they should be, we might be able to use them. I mean, the kids want to play, even now. You know, with COVID, that's a good place to go out and get out in fresh air and get away from the internet. I know the skate park gets used a lot right now. There are a lot of kids that are out there.
As long as we don't have skunks. We had an issue yesterday.
Yeah, right.
We got skunks all over the town.
This one fell into the bowl. Could not get out.
He was happy.
Yeah. I don't see Mr. Arnold here, but the smell has dissipated than what it was this morning. It was bad.
Yeah, they're all over the golf course too.
Yeah, they're color of the roads and.
Anyway, I'll get more, if we can find that map, that'd be great, then we can maybe ID it,
we will
okay,
look.
and plot it.
Let me know.
Yeah, I'm happy to go out there on that.
Okay.
One of my few off weekends, go out there and have a look. Or if we can't find them, we'll just see where we would expand. I'm sure they'd want to play all 18.
I think they're there, it's just a matter of finding them in the.
They're part of that road that goes down through there. There's kind of a little old road goes down through there. Well, part of them are on the right-hand side.
Yeah,
There's
that's
like
correct.
2 or 3 of them are on this side, and the
Right.
rest of them are on.
They go all the way to, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
if we get out there and have a look and see exactly how much work.
There's a look.
Thinking in my mind, this is going to be a
There's a
pretty
lot
good
of-
volunteer effort.
there's a lot of junk down. I've done a lot of metal detecting down in there. There's a lot of old wagon parts and plows and farm equipment, all kinds of stuff down in there.
And snakes.
And snakes. There is snakes down in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Pardon me? Go ahead, Danny.
If you go way back in the minutes, the guy from, I think he was from Lake Amador, he come to the meeting and he talked to everybody that he was gonna put it in and he was gonna keep it up, so I don't know if he signed a contract or not. Does anybody remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah. it
I
was
think
due.
Jim does.
Lee Lockhart.
Huh?
It was Lee Lockhart.
Yeah, he promised to keep it all clean and everything, and then it just went pooey. I don't know what happened.
How long ago was that, sir?
Like I said,
Many moons?
4 years.
how long ago?
Yeah, 4 years.
4?
4 or 5, yeah,
Five.
something like 5 years, yeah.
That's not
So-
that long ago.
So I don't know if he put them in and spent all that money and then nobody did it, so I don't know. It's just like everything else, you know. We get to a peak on anything kids do and then it goes pooey, you know. Like now the big thing is ride your skateboard and text. That's a big thing now.
A lot of the 20s, 30s, and 40s are frisbee golfing now, because it's,
Yeah.
you know,
But I mean, like I said, you know, if anybody wants to play, you ought to get a group together and go clean it up, the players. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm,
That's
that's what
what-
I'm thinking.
yeah.
yeah, because that's what he was supposed to do, so. Because the city really don't have the money to keep it up. We don't have enough maintenance guys to do something like that.
Yeah,
So you get a bunch of guys and get permission and just go clean it up.
sounds good.
Like everything else around here, it's usually all volunteers.
Do it yourself.
anything further? Commission members reports, anybody got anything to report? Future agenda items? I want to update on the Nexus study, please.
When is our next meeting going to be? Because I'm concerned about the baseball fields being used by Rancho Marietta right now.
Technically, it's scheduled for November 24th.
Is that Thanksgiving week here?
That's Thanksgiving week.
That day works okay for me. I know the week before I'm in Mississippi, so I wouldn't be able to be here.
I'll always be online, so.
When's your meeting, the 24th, scheduled for the 24th? What was your concern, Dan?
Well, Rancho Marietta is using our baseball fields, their baseball league. And they're doing it through the okay of Little League West. It said they could do it because the Little Leaguers in Ione and Amador don't have a league going on. So some of those kids have joined Rancho Marietta.
Oh.
They can't play Little League in Rancho Marietta, so they come up here and play in this field.
Why can't they play down there?
They have COVID down there, but we don't have it up here.
The restrictions are different by calendar.
So they bring it up here.
Yeah. But that, I talked to them, well, it's not on the agenda, so I can't.
Yeah.
You just put it on the agenda.
Okay.
The carryover of the arena for next month.
Yeah.
Sounds like with the argument going on outside, probably should.
Having a party, they're hammering it
Yeah,
out.
they either have a party or hammering each other's heads, yeah. I'm going out the side door.
This is my bad here, so I can't hear
I
it.
can hear him go a bit. That's why I have Jeff here.
Too many booms in the right ear.
Is anybody got anything else?
Did we want to bring the golf, or the frisbee golf back?
Yeah, put that back on
Put
there.
it back on.
It'll be fine.
Please.
And then just John's upcoming projects, just an update like he gave us today would be fine.
Be great.
Okay. Anybody else got anything they want to put on the agenda? Meeting's adjourned.
Good job.